Hello class, Mr. Yun here. Welcome to American Nation. This is going to be pretty much your 8th grade history course. So let's get started with a course tour. Learn our way around the course before we get started. So this is our front page. You can kind of tell, but there's a very high amount of important links on this page. It's a good place to be familiar with. We've got our course welcome here, of course, some jokes, talking a little bit about what we're going to be doing this year. Right here, our teacher contact block. Pretty important to be able to talk to your teacher. So there's a number of ways to talk to me here. Got my phone number, 412-828-3331, extension 1509. But if you call the Westchester office and use my 1509 extension, you'll still get me too. You'll note that I'm a 412. It's because I'm in the Pittsburgh office. So I'm over on the other side of the state from quite a bit of you. We've got my email address here. Some people email me. Some people call me, and feel free to call me any time of the day. I find that a lot of people, the majority of my students, will just inbox me. However you want to contact me, that's fine. Let's move down here. We've got some breaking news here, a breaking news block. Usually things in here like what our virtual lesson for the week is going to be about. What next week's is going to be about. Are there any days off from school coming up? Any big tests, PSSAs, anything like that? I'll put that down here. I usually update this every couple days, so it's a good place to look for information that's relevant to our class. And you've probably already been down here because you've uploaded your badge to unlock this video. Down here we have a lot of important links. Right here, lessons. That is a link to the modules, which is where pretty much the vast majority of the course is, but we're going to come back to that one last. Right here is a Zoom room. That's basically our virtual classroom. What is a virtual classroom? Well, it's basically a chat room with video. Now, you don't have to turn your video on, but there's video, there's a chat box. It's a good place for us to meet and interact in real time. On that note, what do we use the Zoom room for? For us, we use it for two things: virtual lessons and lesson help. And you'll see there are certain times for those things. A virtual lesson is when you come and we have a class in sort of a traditional brick and mortar sense, although virtually. So you come, we're there together for 40 minutes, and I present some type of lesson to you. Usually we have an activity at the end, something like that. So we might have it on the 13 colonies. We might have a lesson specific on a battle of the American Revolution or the Civil War. It's a lesson that I'm presenting. You'll see that we have 3 virtual lesson times. We have Monday at 1, Tuesday at 11, and Wednesday, for you early birds, the 8 a.m. class. It's the same lesson 3 times. So it's the same lesson I'm doing 3 times, and you have the ability to come to any one of these times. So it's not a different lesson each day. It's the same lesson. So you can pick one to come to, whichever one works best for you. The point of cyber school is to be flexible, so we have multiple times to do one lesson. Office hours are a little different, sometimes known as lesson help. These are times where my Zoom room is open, but I'm not presenting or teaching anything. It's time where it's open for you to come and get help from me. So you could message me, email me, call me, or come to office hours. Usually kids come to office hours, they need specific help on something, and they need actual FaceTime with me. Like they need me to explain something to them in depth, or they want to talk about a quiz where they got a question wrong and they think it should be right and here's why. And on that topic, I'm usually pretty flexible if your logic is sound. Just don't be afraid to see me about anything. Anything from I can't find the submit button to I would like another attempt on this quiz. I'm here to help you learn history and succeed in school. And I'll do my best to do that. You just have to reach out to me. So you'll note that I have office hours every single day of the week. And if that time doesn't work for you and you still need FaceTime, just message me and we can set something up, special. So no big deal. Really, just you ask me. I'll probably be able to help you out. So that's an important link. That was right here, virtual lesson and lesson help schedule. Alright, back down here to recordings. Recordings is a page where I record or I put the recordings for virtual lessons. So I do those 3 virtual lessons a week. At the end of the week, I'll pick the one that went the best, and I'll put it here so you can watch it later. Or if you missed all the virtual lessons, you can watch it. You can still see it. So that's a good one. Resources is a fun little page where just over the years I add some links that ended up being useful that year. Later in the year, we learned about the Oregon Trail. We played the Oregon Trail video game. Boom, here it is, right here, chilling. Nearpod is a tool we use a lot in the virtual lessons, and we've got some news sites here because we'll be doing current events this year, and then history.com is here if you just want to look up some history. It is history class. Let's see, grades. Here's a good one. For me, when I click grades, it takes me to my grade book where you are all listed. But if you click on grades, the link will take you to just your grade book. So it'll be just chilling here. It'll be just you, or you, or you. You'll just see your grades. So it's not like everyone's seeing your grades. You'll just see your grades. And then Canvas help here. That takes you to a Canvas page made by Canvas the company, and it's sort of a FAQ, instructions help me guide. So all kinds of things on there if you're having some Canvas trouble. Now, we did say earlier in the tour about the bulk of the course being in the modules or lessons link. Let's check it out, shall we? Yep, this is where the bulk of the coursework is. You, as a student, can only see what is in green. The rest of this stuff hasn't been published yet by me. So it exists, it's just not available to you. You'll see here's where you uploaded your badge, that little link on the front page that said upload your badge here. It takes you to this page. And then you submit that and you can begin my course, which you've done by seeing this course tour. On the very next page, you have a little sort of a meet and greet type thing with me. Here's a little bit about me, and then you're going to tell me about you, and that's your first graded assignment from me. Coming up after that soon will be the syllabus with a syllabus quiz, September 11th type assignment, and then some skills practice stuff. So this is going to take up, the first, the week and a half, 2 weeks of school once you started, because onboarding takes a couple days. And then all the way down at about September 18th is when we'll actually get started with some hardcore history, colonial America. It's a fun time. You'll see that the due dates are listed right here. So you can see, this Introduce Yourself assignment is due September 11th. Your badge is due the 6th. This isn't due until the 11th. We were instructed to give you plenty of time to do the onboarding. The beginning of the school year is a good time to start working ahead. So don't feel constrained to these due dates. You can work ahead. I'll post out a whole week in advance, so theoretically you can be a week ahead of the due dates if you want. In terms of what's due what day, this is a good way to see what's due that day. I also try to code it with the indentations here, so you can see this is a day. This is a day. See, the first thing is always the non-indented. It's all the way the furthest to the left. This is a day. This is a day. As I said, feel free to move ahead. Also, there's a arrow coding system. If you look, you can see, there's a little go sign. I need to keep going today. There's another little go sign. I need to keep going for the day. Most of your daily lesson is 4 pages. And there's some kind of stop sign here that says stop here for today. So I know that I can stop here for the day. That's pretty much how that works. When we get to the actual history content, very much the same. You can see it, the indentation, the stop signs are there, or the arrows. So that's how you can get a good idea of, where to go for the day. Each chapter starts with some type of introduction, maybe guided notes, and the first day of a chapter will always be an introduction and some kind of vocabulary assignment, and then the next day we move into the actual content lessons. It's usually 3 pages, an intro page. Well, this is like the lesson objective page. It says kind of what we're doing that day, an introduction to the lesson, the actual lesson itself, and then some kind of assignment that you have to do. The next day we do the next lesson, and so on and so forth. When it gets close to the test, the day before the test is always a study day. There's no there's no history assignment due that day on the day of a test. There might be some kind of supplemental program, some kind of article you have to read, but I don't assign actual history content on study days. So you can count on those days to be easy days because I want you to review for the test. And that's pretty much how every chapter is going to go. Every once in a while, we'll switch out a test for some kind of project. When we do that, you have the whole chapter to work on the project. My job isn't to make you pull your hair out and cry and hate history. It's to make you learn history and love history. And so that's what I try to do. I think we pretty much covered it all here in about 10 minutes and 42 seconds. One last thing I want to hit you up with, your textbook. It looks something like this. Big red book with Abraham Lincoln on the front. Most of you will have a digital copy. You won't have a physical copy. Some of you get a physical copy, but most of you have the digital copy, and that will be found in here at this link, the Connected link. When I click on it, I see a lot more than you, and it looks different because I'm the teacher and you're the students. If it wants to pop up, there it goes. There it is, the digital version of your book. From my understanding, they're changing it this year. They're upgrading the old system so that when you click on that, you go directly to your Connected account without having to log in. And then all your textbooks that have been assigned to you will pop up in there. And that's where your history book will be. That might take a week or so before that all populates because we have to add you and assign you the book. So that'll happen soon though. I think that's all for now. Listen, I'm really happy to have you all this year. I love to teach history. I have a passion for history, and I have a passion for educating young people. And that's you. So if you need help with history and you need help with your history class this year, I encourage you to come see me. But I can help you with other stuff too. Navigating PALCs or getting help from other teachers, anything. I'm here as a resource for you, not only for history, but for school in general. So feel free to contact me anytime about anything. I'll do my best to help you out. That's it. I'm really glad to get started with you. Have a great day, okay?